Hello, this is Mr. Pointless Bro, and I was originally going to make a strategy video of General Grievous, but then I realized, oh wait, there's actually no reason to make any strategy video with the dark side anymore, because all you need are three cards from the Empire, and then you can beat the rebels every single time, regardless of whichever character you want to use. So that's the ATSD Walker, and you're going to be using the turret and the TIE Bomber. So it's actually really simple. All you have to do is put the ATSD walker straight to the back and slow push when you have 10 energy. Then, once your walker crawls all the way up to the middle, your opponent's going to have to defend. And then you just drop a TIE Bomber straight on his push. And then he has no push anymore. The TIE Bomber just eliminates everything. And then the turret's just for amazing, great defense. And there we go. So I was this idea to make a video like this first came up when I saw this Sabine deck, and I saw this guy Nameless, and I think he's a pretty popular player in the Alliance guilds, and he's using this so outdated Sabine deck, and it's just like painful for me to play this. It's you look at the card levels that he has against mine, and he outranks me in every single way, but really, my deck has so much more of an advantage over his, and I'll show you what I mean. All you need are those three cards, and the rebels are completely wiped out. So I'm going to be looking to build up my slow push as usual. Empire's slow push is so strong with the ATSD Walker. If you're rebels, you constantly have to make a strategy to defend the Walker. So as soon as I get 10 energy, I put the walker straight to the back, ready to slow push. 10 energy, there we go. And with Grievous, I'm going to be supporting the walker with my unique, my 4-cost unique. His unique is actually really strong, so as they have to deal with the walker as well, you have the unique just dashing at them is really good. And he's going to be using the Wookiee in the tank. Pretty good. It's some tanky units there. And this is a tiny mistake by me. I'm trying to support my ATSD Walker with a turret here, which used to work more effectively in the past because you could place the turret a little further up on the map, but now you can't really do that. But the turret is enough to keep him distracted. And there we go. Right after he defends my push with the walker, all I have to do is just drop a TIE Bomber on his push, and that renders him ineffective. He has a little bit more tanky cards here, such as the Wookiee, the Gonk Droid, and the tank, so it's not illustrated as well. But really, TIE Bomber on his push as he's coming in, and he has no push at all. Some people in the Rebels just use this, they use like all units in their deck, so you can just wipe them all out with the TIE Bomber. And people don't seem to know this. So here I'm just defending his push with as little energy as possible with my battle droids, cost 2 energy. And we both have a little bit of damage at the towers, but really no worry at all. As soon as I get 10 energy, put the walker in the back, and you do the same thing every time. So it's not a lot of strategy involved in this. I'm trying to let his tank get within tower range so that I have lots of energy to push him. And yeah, I have my walker coming up, my sentry droid, and and he doesn't really have a lot of energy to defend it. And eventually, your ATSD is going to get damage off of his tower, no matter how high his cards are. Unless he's Shinwei, then that's a little bit of a different thing. And as he comes in, same thing every single time. You just drop the TIE Bomber as his, when you see he's going to fully commit on his push. And his turret is amazing, because whether he wants to push with the Bantha, the Gonk Droid, or you're in a tank, the turret just redirects everything. So he really has zero push on you at all. You're always going to be pushing with your walker, and then he has zero push on you. So there's no way Rebels can win. And that's it. And all I have to do, he's trying to push right now. I just put a turret right in front of my tower, and then I'm pretty much yawning here. I'm like, oh man, pretty easy. This is so easy. Come on, like no one seems to realize this. I face top players all the time, and then his strategy works on them every single time. Unless maybe they're Hera. Hera's an exception, an outlier, an OP character. So, but you can still use the strategy against Hera and still beat her every time. So that's it. And one last point to mention is split pushing. So what if your opponent decides to rush you or split push you? Because everyone has problems. Everyone's complaining about Anakin, or they're complaining about Yoda, the Mace Windu, and Ahsoka just rushing in, dealing so much damage. But it's really easy to defend those. All you have to do is put um, something in front of your tower, let them get within tower range, and punish them for it. And while they are attacking you, all you do is build up a slow push at the back over here, and then eventually they're going to get punished. And let's say if he wants to put something on the right side of my tower, all I do is put some scout troopers in front of it. And I'm going to be more energy efficient than he is. Because let's say he puts some pathfinders here, and I just put a couple of scout troopers to defend. The pathfinders are going to win because they're within range of my tower range. And that's it. You can beat the rebels every single time. This is the fatal flaw of the rebels. They will lose every single time with this strategy. And really, the goal with the rebels is actually trying to see how you can counter the ATSD Walker and build your deck in such a way that it's not just small units that just get taken out by the AoE, mainly the TIE Bomber for me. So peace, this is how you can beat the rebels every single time.